All right, you guys, welcome. Tanis Goulet here, Presidential Diamond Leader. You guys all know me. You guys know Jackie. You guys know Chelsea. This Zoom tonight, you guys, we're getting excited about, the new year, the big boom. We're going to talk about, WTF, and we're going to talk a little bit about, how to take advantage of this time going into the new year. Because honestly, you guys, for those who weren't around like last year or the year before, or maybe you're new in your business, or maybe you're just getting going again. I know some people have had a rough maybe couple months or year or whatever, right? But now, going into the new year, you guys, is everything leading up to conference. Who's all going to conference? Lots of you guys, I know. Yay. Yay. Honestly, I have seen so many businesses just totally take off this time of year. All those seeds that you've been planting and just working towards helping all those people. And now that we have this WTF, it's so exciting. Chelsea, Jackie, and I, and a couple other people knew about this for, how long do we know about it? 2 weeks or so? And this is going to be a game changer. Everybody wants to get fit, healthy, happier. Everyone wants to make money, right? So this is huge. I thought we could just maybe, if Jackie, Chelsea, and I, or anyone else want to share just a little bit how going into the new year changes your business. I know, Jackie, you're our amazing queen, right? So you've been around the longest. Can you share a little bit about how going into the new year is so huge for your business, and how it can totally transform? You can be an executive right now. Maybe you have one distributor. Maybe your brand's spanking new, right? But going into a fresh new year can totally change everything.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you, Tanis. I have been doing this a while. And I can definitely tell you that everything just gets crazy, in really January, February, March. Everything just starts to build momentum in January. But what you're working on, obviously in December and stuff like that, is a platform for what's going to happen for you in the new year. And so building your business, right now is so important for that. But everybody wants to get fit this time of year. Everybody's paying attention. Everybody wants, we've all eaten too much. We've all, indulged way too much. And so everybody's thinking about what we have right now. And so this is just the perfect time of year to launch something like this. It's going to create that excitement. It creates that energy and that momentum and everything like that. That's going to take us into February and March Madness and April and May and June and July.
That's awesome. And it's so true because I feel I have had, times in my business where maybe they haven't been the greatest, but a lot of that reflected on whatever I was doing, right? Or personal stuff or whatever, right? But there's something about a new year, and it's on a Monday. Jay always makes fun of me. He's like, oh, why do people have to start things on Mondays? But you know what? It's a mind thing, right? For me, I'm like, oh, I'll start working on a Monday, stuff like that, right? And I think a lot of people are waiting. And I think 2018, I know Chelsea and I know Jack, I know a lot of you guys are into manifesting and the universe and I honestly, I am so into that types of, all those types of things now, because it's true. What you put out, you will get back, right? And I know, and don't compare yourself. Everybody has different journeys in this, you know what I mean? So I love that. Jackie, Chelsea, do you want to share anything about going into the new year and how it can totally change your business and your entire life, really?
This is where everything just kind of starts and the huge boom begins right before conference. And then conference is everything. We talk about it all the time. If your butt's in a seat, you're going to leave changed in the best way possible. Mm-hmm. And then that fire inside of you and your belly and then in your mind, just so much growth happens. And guys, we've seen people double promote out of conference out of the gate because there's just something about it. I don't know, your mind is just, something clicks, a light bulb goes off, right? There's just so many aha moments, so many amazing things happening. So that's where this time of year, the momentum comes from and just carries on after conference. So, push through the rest of this month and finish 2017 strong. And then 2018, especially with this new campaign, it's just going to literally go to a whole nother level.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Chelsea. Thanks, Jackie. Well, does anybody have any questions about going into the new year, or I guess not, does anyone, what should I say? what are your goals going into the new year? I know for me, I'm focusing a lot on improving myself so I can be a better leader. I can be a better mom, a better wife, a better friend, a better, daughter, whatever, right? So think about really improving yourself, because I know we talk about this a lot, but it's personal development. Like if you don't believe you can do it, you're not going to do it, right? Like if you tell yourself I'm going diamond by March 31st, okay, you can do it, right? Especially if you have that goal that you need to make that income, or maybe your family, or maybe you want to retire a spouse, or maybe you're just having, really big, I know some people have been going through some hard things. I know myself as well. But you know what? Coming back to this business and pouring myself into my business and my team, and like my team is my family, so think about what you want, write it down, have a dream board. I remember like Jackie and Steph always said that to me, like write down your goals, right? Because they're not real otherwise, right? You can say you want to be a presidential diamond or ambassador, but unless you're taking the action to make it happen, nothing's going to happen, right? You're going to be in the same place next year, right? So I think this year, 2018, I know Triples and Above, we're on this Lifers group, and we're really, we talk a lot about, just how 2018 is the year, like this company is going to explode even more, right? So think about what you want, where you want to be in a month from now, make those little goals to get to your big goals. So has everyone downloaded their app?
So Tanis, sorry, before we get into the app a little bit, I just wanted to mention that, because this time of year is such a perfect time. We have a brand new year, and just going on what you were saying is that, I always like to say that, a lot of times people don't like to write down their goals. I think it's only 20% of people write down what they their goals, or have goals for that matter, and only 2% of them really focus on them and get them done. You can literally decide that you're the 2%. There's nothing stopping you. There's, the opportunity is the same for absolutely everybody. And it really comes down to what somebody, I think it was you or Chelsea said earlier, is whatever you think you're capable of doing is what you're going to be capable of doing. No matter what that is, it's really up to you what you decide. And so making sure you write it down, because I believe that if you don't have the guts, the drive, the motivation to write it down, you actually just don't deserve it. It comes down to that. If you take the time to put pen to paper, and sometimes we're insecure about that. Sometimes that's scary for us. I remember the first time I started writing down my goals, and I was terrified, and I didn't believe it. And it scared me, and I wrote things down that made me uncomfortable, and you know what I mean? And stuff like that. But through personal development, I realized that what have I got to lose? What's the worst thing that's going to happen if I write down the things that I want to create in my life? And I'll tell you guys that life changes when you create a vision board. Life changes when you write down your goals. Life changes when you start sharing what it is that you want to create with other people. And I mean, we have such a great group that everybody wants to see everybody succeed. Nobody's in here to compete with each other. We're all here to complete each other. And so sharing in a safe space like this is a wonderful thing. And so this time of year is magical. And, I just think that if you're not writing down your goals, and you're not focusing on what you want to create, and you're not being really specific, you have to be as specific as you possibly can. I mean, if you want a new house, you got to know what area you want it in. Well, first of all, what city you want it in, what area you want it in, what color you want the front door to be, how many bedrooms, what does the backyard look like, what's the view from the window. Those things, those little details that we think that are kind of maybe a little bit much, those are the most important details. Those are the most important things you can put down. So you want to make sure that you are specific as possible. Yeah. Absolutely everything you want to create, and focus on a few things that are really important for you. Don't focus on 50,000 things. If you focus on 50,000 things, you're not going to create anything. And so make sure that you're very specific, and you know what you want, and, create a game plan. How many people a day do you have to talk to in order to get to where you want to be? We all have this beautiful chart, and, you can see on the chart exactly where you need to be in order to accomplish what you want. So what is it going to take to get there? So start doing the math that connects you to your goals. And so I just wanted to give you guys that.
No, and I love that, Jackie. And Chelsea wrote The Secret. And you know what? If you guys weren't on Denise's Zoom the other night, I wasn't going to get on. I had a weird day. And then for some reason I got on, and it spoke to me whoa. So you guys need to watch it. I'm not going to go over Denise's Zoom right now. But you know what? I think a lot of us are scared. We're scared to put ourselves out there. And in a business like this, you have to be bold. You have to be loud. You have to tell people where you're going. People join people who know where they're going, right? So it's okay, like, if you're, you know, maybe just coming out of your shell. I get it. You know, it's okay. You know, and everybody, we want you to be you, just the best version of yourself, right? And the more you learn and grow in this business, the better you're going to become, right? Because I know when I started, up until probably right before I got to Double Diamond, when I started figuring out how everything worked, right? So, I mean, it's being excited, it's being consistent, it's, you know, doing parties, events, and recruiting customers, distributors. And also this time of year, I know a lot of people were saying how reach out to those people who have, you know, stopped working. You know, maybe people joined and they, you know, fell off the map after a month, right? Like, this is the time people are ready to go again. Maybe they had a rough couple months, or maybe something happened in their family, right? And they just weren't ready for their business at that time, right? So, Chelsea, do you want to add anything to that? And then we can start talking about WTF. I keep wanting to say that.
Just to piggyback on what Jackie was talking about, you know, visualization. She mentioned like everything down to the color of the walls and everything. Like, guys, visualization is such a big thing. And if you watch The Secret, like I mentioned, I watch it a lot, like repetitively, just because like it keeps me focused, especially when I'm trying to get stuff done. And it's just so enlightening because it tells you, you know, don't focus on the things that you don't want, because then guess what? You're confusing the universe. You're saying, oh yeah, I want to be diamond, but then in the back of your head, you're kind of like saying, you're not going to get there. Or, you know, you're not necessarily taking the actions needed to be a diamond and above, you know, and you're just kind of confusing the universe, and it's never going to happen. They say on The Secret that, you know, the universe is kind of like a genie. You know, you can grant yourself wishes basically, but that can also go both ways, both positive and negative. It sounds crazy, but it's very true. So if you're focusing on what you can't do, then it's like basically the universe is saying, well, your wish is my command, like then you're not going to be able to do this. So you really have to set aside your mental negative monster in your head basically, and give your head a shake and just say, I am worthy. I can do this. It looks a little hard right now, but I'll figure it out. You know, the how will always come. So don't let that stress you out. Just know that you're worthy. And we have simple steps to follow, guys. So as long as you're just, you know, duplicating the steps of success and talking to people daily, then you're doing exactly what you should be doing. So it's definitely nothing crazy, but just be positive and believe that you can do it, because you can.
That's awesome, Chelsea. Thanks, Chelsea and Jackie. So everybody, the WTF, okay, they're still, you know, getting everything ready for, you know, I know there's a couple different things going on right now with it, and they're getting everything all organized for us. If you haven't downloaded your app, make sure that you do that, okay? That's the first thing you want to do. And we have a Facebook page. Now, I know last I looked that they were fixing some things on it. It's called Fit Together. I was telling everybody to get their leader to add them. I was adding all diamonds and above, and then they were adding their team. So basically what this page is for support, okay? So anyone can be a part of that. You know, corporate's involved with it too. It's free. There's going to be recipes, workouts. Everybody's already adding a bunch of tips on there. If you guys haven't looked in your eSuite, there's tons of info on everything right now, because like there's these coins, and there was actually kind of confusion on that with referrals and everything. We have 3 new packs, the Fit 5, the Fit 15, and the Fit 30, okay? And also the sample pack right now. Now I think that's huge. That's on until January 31st. And you're getting like, you know, you're getting a free wrap, you're getting the cleanse, you're getting green samples, keto coffee samples, a defining gel, and it's huge, right? Because like you're getting all that for free. You know, a lot of people think of it as the $9.99, and I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of the $9.99, but it was good in some ways, right? We had a lot of great people who joined from that, you know, who were just waiting for a promotion, right? So really take advantage of this. Think about all the people, go through your hundreds list, right? You know, there's people who have been wanting to try these products, and now they want to make money, right? So, like I said, they're going to be workouts, recipes, tips, and then the coins where you can redeem prizes and incentives. You can get supplements, apparel, you know, and there's lots of encouragement, motivation, like for your goals, right? So basically what this is for is we want everybody getting, you know, they always say like, you know, fit mind, fit body, you know, fit finances. That's what kind of they're saying right now, because when you have one, they all kind of go together, right? So I know for myself, I'm super excited about this. I know Chelsea's really excited about this. Jackie, a lot of you guys have been messaging me today about it. and we put tons in the team page. I know Jackie put lots in her page too. But basically all this is, you guys, is, you know, getting people involved in the group, even if they're not using supplements or products yet, they're going to get excited about it, right? They're going to get excited about, you know, the company and the products and the support and how they can make money doing this, right? So that is the biggest part about this. I mean, I'm still learning a lot about it too. But I have a couple people who already messaged me today who have been thinking about becoming distributors because I've been talking about it just on my Facebook and my Instagram. If you guys are not on Instagram, honestly, you need to get on Instagram. It is huge, okay? Really take the time and do it correctly. Facebook keeps changing, right? The algorithm keeps changing. But Instagram, honestly, I think is huge right now. But if you guys don't follow Gary Vaynerchuk, he's like, talks about how Instagram is like the big new, because I basically built on Facebook, and now I think Facebook, you know, you got to really watch what you're posting, and like, you know, you can't copy everybody's post because so many people do that. You guys need to change things up. That's super important. Jackie, Chelsea, do you guys want to share a little bit what you guys have learned about the WTF so far?
Well, I just wanted to, like, I feel like if anybody still has questions, that's okay. I want everyone to know that they're still working through a few bugs and things like that. And like, it's not 100% crystal clear for anybody at this point. So don't feel bad. We're just all learning together. And I just want to make sure everybody knows that, because I think that if you're coming on and you're like, whoa, this is really overwhelming, we're all just learning together. So just take a deep breath and know that everything, the head office is fantastic. They always know what they're doing. They're always ahead of the game, and they're working things out. And like, I know that Tanis mentioned that the packs, well, if you want to see them, you know, make sure you're going into your app and, you know, making sure you know how to use your app, getting familiar with your app, learning how to get the links for your app. You can see all the packages in there. So like right now I'm looking at the Fit 5. So look and see what it is and what it's about and how many points it's worth. And like, you know, so when you're ready to share it with people, you know where to get the information from and you know how to share it with them, because really this is what we do, we share. And so just make sure that you know how to share your business. And like I said, if you're feeling a little confused right now, that's okay. In the next few days, it's going to get clearer and clearer, and it's going to get easy, and it's just going to get better and better. There's a lot to be excited about. We have tokens, we have new packages, we have a new Facebook page. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So it's okay to feel like, whoa, there's a lot. It's a lot for all of us, but it's all really exciting.
Yeah, like I'm excited about it because honestly, I think we've been needing something like this for a while. And the fact that it's free and you're getting people in, right? Like I have already talked to a bunch of potentials, and people like free, right? And then once they know that they can use these products and share them and make money and get fit and get healthy, I mean, honestly, tell everybody about this. If you're not being consistent on social media right now, or maybe you do lots of parties, you know, I know for me, like I'm very consistent on social media. I like to get on the phone with people. I like to do voice chat with people. I'm very consistent since day one, right? So you need to be consistent. If you are trying to get rock stars on your team, you're trying to get those runners, you need to put it out there that you're, you know, serious about your business and what this can do for people, right? I mean, I know Chelsea did a really good post today that I really liked. I first saw it on her Instagram because I kind of stalk her Instagram too. But, you know, she talks about, you know, how, you know, she's a personal trainer, right? And she talks about like she has herself working out, and, you know, like you don't have to be a personal trainer, right? But that's awesome that she, you know, is putting that in there, because people are going to look at that and be like, oh, wow. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter. Maybe you're just starting to work out, or, you know, maybe you took a hiatus. It doesn't matter. The cool thing is that anyone can do this, right? So I really like this because that fit group, you're getting so many different ideas, so many different backgrounds, you know, all different ranks. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a distributor or ambassador. I just love that everything that's on that page in the community. I think it's going to really be a game changer for our business. Margaret.
Well, it creates excitement, right? And like everybody's on Facebook. And so this gives us a place that we can all, you know, motivate each other, share with each other. I mean, we all need to be working out. It's just, you know, we all need to. And it's hard for us sometimes to get to the gym when it's a blizzard out and different things like that. But, you know, getting out there and getting rewarded for that, and then getting to share that you got like points, like, I don't know who V20 is, but she got 50 coins
Awesome.
spinning. Like, that's amazing. Like, how fun is that? That makes me excited. That makes me want to go in there, and it makes us competitive. You know what I mean, with ourselves. And so we need that motivation in order to make things fun at the gym sometimes.
That's awesome. I was, what was I going to say? I had something else written down here. Just, another thing going into the new year, I think a lot of people, I know I do this a lot. I really stay connected with my customers. Look at all your customers. Everybody's a potential. Honestly, you guys, I run out of customers because I like to sign them up. I shouldn't say that. I still have customers. But think about people who ordered even a year ago. Like, message them, right? Like, you're not doing it. I mean, I'm going to put a whole bunch of things on the team page about things you should message people. I mean, I did, I think yesterday, just a few things explaining about the packs and, and like I said, those people who canceled or never started their business, say like, hey girl, like, I want to let you know, like, we are doing this huge, big, boom with our company, and it's going to be a game changer, and I want you on my team. Like, let's do this, because you guys, everybody, and if you guys know, like, everybody, because of Christmas and holidays, like, people need money right now, and people have goals, and especially going into the new year, right? So everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to get healthier, fit, all that, right? So really, look at everybody if you guys have you guys all done the friends list on Facebook? Printed out your friends list? It's super important because I feel like a lot of people, I do it sometimes too, where I get caught in scrolling. I do that every now and then, but honestly, it's not good for your business if you're just posting on Facebook and scrolling all day, right? And I think people do that. I do that sometimes,
Well, Jackie Marchant talks a lot about that too. And she told us how you can print out your Facebook, and it looks like you can also print out your Instagram followers as well too. So yeah, like, how amazing is that? What a great way to do follow up.
I like what Jackie just said here too. Like, there's lots of distributors, orphan, that's funny. It's true though. Like, there's lots of distributors where they fall through the cracks, right? Like, I feel bad when I have a girl messaging me. I have no idea who she is, but maybe she just didn't get started the right way. I mean, I know a lot of people, like, you guys know the person who signed me up never spoke to me again. I mean, it wasn't up to her, right? It was up to me to figure it out. But a lot of people really need their hand held, and they need to be pointed in the right direction. They need to, do their training. They need to know what they need to be doing, because if they feel like they're, abandoned, they're going to quit, right? Because they, I don't know. But I mean, we all have great team pages and everything. They shouldn't feel that way, but it's true what Jackie's saying. A lot of people just kind of quit or just stop because they just don't know what to do and they haven't really tried, right? So it's super important.
Tanis, I think, like, let's talk about what comes in the starter kit right now, because that's the one thing that's really limited time, and that, like, right now, you know what I mean? Like, that's a big deal right now. So maybe let's tell us a little, like, let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so for $99 US, 134 Canadian, 133. Yeah, 133, you're getting, you're getting your wraps, okay? You're getting a cleanse. You're getting an extra wrap, 5 keto coffee samples, 5 greens on the go samples, and a defining gel. And like, that's huge value right there. Like a cleanse alone, 165 Australian. Awesome. Thanks, Jackie. That's huge, you guys. That's a whole bunch of product. I mean, that is just like I compare it to the $9.99, but this is like amazing. Everybody wants to try the cleanse. Everybody wants to try the keto coffee. Everybody, drinks coffee or greens, or, really play that up. Talk about it every single day. Like, if you're not talking about it with people, your business is closed, right? So that's huge, because we never really did sample packs before. And I know we had talked about that, like, on leadership pages and groups and everything, but when people get excited and they're getting these products and they see results right away, they're going to want to stick with their business, right? They're going to love the coffee, or they're going to love the green. I mean, we all love all of it, right? But the wraps are our flagship product, but they can sell that wrap. They can sell a few wraps too and make their money back, right? So be really bold with people, and tell people you want people on your team. Like, think of 5 people right now on your friends list, or maybe family or close friends. Tell them about this. Don't be shy about it. Say, listen, girl, you need to join us. Sorry, I'm just reading this at the same time. But that's the biggest thing what I did when I joined. I thought of 5 people right away that I wanted in my business, you know, and Chelsea's right here, and, you know, she's going to be Presidential Diamond soon. And you know what? She ignored me. Like, she flat out ignored me. But she never said no, so I just kept following up with her, right? So people are intrigued, people are interested, but you need to show your excitement and your consistency. I see so many people say, oh, my business isn't working. Oh, I'm not making any money. Oh, this person's not interested. Well, they're not interested because you're not doing anything, right? None of you guys, but I'm just saying in general, right? I have, you know, some of the same few people who always say that, yet what are they doing in their business? Are they doing what it takes to make $30,000 a month or $50,000 or $10,000 or whatever they want to make, right? So put in the work backwards, right? If you want to be an ambassador diamond, get your butt to work, right? Like it's not rocket science, right? So, what's this? Oh, okay. So Robin's just talking about the different packs. Yeah, the different packs are really great. And they're pretty affordable too. I thought that was, sorry, I'm just reading up on these. Chelsea, Jackie, do you want to add anything? I'm just reading up on what everyone's reading here.
I just think that like everything that you said is true. I think your level of excitement is going to dictate what other people are going to feel. You know, Tony Robbins talks about that. You create the energy, so be responsible for that when you go into things. And, you know, you have the ability to create anything in the beginning. I mean, it took a little bit of wooing, essentially, but you know what? That's sometimes some of the biggest leaders on your team. You know, it takes a little bit. I know that it's the same thing for me, but one of the things that I want to say about that is like kind of circling back to like working on your goals. Your list of people who you want on your team is your goals. You know what I mean? Like that, they're kind of the same thing. Well, they're 100% the same thing. And so I know that for me, like the one person who was a real struggle for me was Barb Hauser. And I mean, it took a long time for me to get her on my team. And she said to me, no, she said, do not talk to me about your business anymore, Jackie. She shut me up.
Yeah.
You know what? I just kept, you know, being happy and being excited. And I was just really, I was just glowing, and she couldn't help but, you know, ask questions like, what is going on with you? Why are you so exciting? I'm like, well, I just earned a $10,000 bonus, you know, and that was like just being excited about my own business. I had to like turn it around and not make it about her anymore, which was okay. I had to just make sure that I was sharing about myself, and that got her intrigued. So you just never know. Sometimes the ones that are the hardest to get on the hook are can end up being some of the, you know, big players on your team. So don't
people are watching.
Pardon?
People are totally watching you every single day.
Yeah. It's true. And you're right. You need to say to people, I would love to work with you. I'd love to have you on my team. You know what I mean? Like that's, you know, we need to not be afraid to give that compliment to people, because why would you not say that? I've had people try to get me into their business and they say that to me, Jackie, I would love to work with you. I'd love to have you on your team. I'm like, no, I'm not interested. But at the same time, I'm still flattered. It's still nice to hear. You know, no one's ever going to be insulted because you said you wanted to work with them. They're only going to be flattered. Yeah. So, you know, be brave, get out there, say it, tell people that you want to work with them. And, you know, it's going to increase your chances of having them on your team tremendously.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's so true. Another thing, you guys, I was going to tell you about, does everyone know how to use their landing page? I posted that on the team page. I know Jackie posted up on your page too.
I think Denise just posted about it too. I didn't get a chance to read it in the conversation, but I feel like there's a couple of things that they're still working out a couple of kinks with it. And I think it's going to be working like awesome right away.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. And apparel, you guys, I just ordered the apparel. I'm excited about that. Even if you can afford one shirt. I remember when I started, I had one shirt. I wore it forever. I think after I went diamond, I bought another shirt. But just make sure that you're, you know, being loud and proud, and, you know, you're really putting yourself out there. I think that's the biggest thing in this business, you guys. I think so many people are scared, you know, and going back to Denise's Zoom the other day, you guys honestly watch it, because I think it will speak to a lot of people, just about being afraid, or, you know, we're afraid of success, or like, you know, jealousy or resentment. I mean, I had I had some resentment towards some situations, and you know what? I had to move past things, and I know I had to move past things in order for me to get to where I want to go, right? And I mean, I know a lot of, I talk to, a lot of my girls every day, and, we're friends and everything, and we all, like to connect and work together and everything. But at the end of the day, this business is yours, right? So if you want it to be better, you have to be better. You have to learn, you have to grow, the biggest thing I ever learned from like Jackie and Steph were like, to just grow myself, right? Because we all had no idea what we were doing when we start this, right? And don't worry if someone started and they got somewhere. I think a lot of people like to compare, right? So don't worry about Sally or, Jenny if they got to diamond before you. Like, who cares about stuff like that, honestly? Just blinders ahead. Stop looking like sideways, right? And we all do it. Like, we've all been there. And I know, Jackie, was it you that said it, or was it Denise that said it? That people get all the way to ambassador and then they start comparing, right? And then their business slows down because they start looking at all the other ambassadors, right? But I know for me, I had to make a certain amount of income, and I just had blinders on. I knew what I had to do to get there. And you guys, like, your income can like catapult. I know Jackie and I were talking about this last night. We had like a 2-hour conversation on the phone, not about all at work, because we were talking about other stuff too. But it's crazy how your life can change in this business if you really, take control and just decide what you want. You know what I mean? Like, last December, by March, I had a $20,000 a month raise in just a few months, right? So I know girls on the team like have had, crazy different, raises in their checks, and maybe it went down one month a little bit. That's happened to me, but focus on the big picture, right? Because I know everybody on here is on here for a reason. I know for me, I needed to make money, right? Chelsea, do you want to add anything about that? How your business can really change? I know that Rachel Jones talked a lot about, you can maybe lose a rank or something, and then 3 months later you can get to like 3 higher ranks, right? So don't worry about stuff like that.
No, and the thing too is like people will come and go in your business. It's not a reflection of you. That's just kind of how this business is, and it doesn't even matter if it's in network marketing or if you're at another job, right? People come and go. It's just how life is. So, they always say those that are on your team, whenever you and them promote to one rank, they may not be with you for those next promotions for themselves and for you, right, as a team. And that's okay, because the thing is when people walk away, when the chapter, in your story with them ends, don't take that, as a negative towards yourself, because a lot of times things just happen and then people walk away. But for everybody that leaves, there's always somebody that needs you. There's always somebody that needs a team. There's always somebody that needs our company. We know how great our company is. We know how great our corporate team is, and how Coach Mark and his wife Cindy are to us. And, we just have to be the positive light. Don't get down on yourself when people leave. I know it can be frustrating. And a lot of times you want it so bad for somebody, but that doesn't matter, because if they've already, made that decision within themselves that, they need to go a different route in life, then there's not much you can do, and you don't need to stress over it, right? You have to focus on you, because at the end of the day, like Tan said, it's your business, and you just have to keep moving and keep grooving and keep learning, always bettering yourself. If you're having tough days, guys, dive into self-development. Put on The Secret, because it'll fire you up. Listen to, who is the guy, Tanis, that Denise talks about often? Is it John C. Maxwell? Is that who she talks about? Yeah, he's phenomenal. And I just actually downloaded a lot of his Audible books, because that's just easier for me to listen to. A lot of great leadership books there, guys. And this isn't just, this business isn't just for you to make money. Like, we want to make a great income and do things for our family, but this is a growing experience for everybody. You're going to just become a really amazing person. Not that you guys and myself aren't great anyways, but it's just going to continue to elevate your life, basically. So this is just a huge life change, and it's definitely a positive thing for you. So if you're in a bad place or whatever it may be, do self-development. If you aren't where you want to be yet, know that this is not the end. There's no end to this business, guys. That's the best thing about it. You can't be laid off from this. at the end of the day, you can just make the change, and say, hey, I'm going to kickstart, my business right now. I don't care what I've been through. Here we go. Like, I'm going to do this. I don't care who believes in me. I'm going to get it done. So don't ever get distraught. Pick yourself up by the bootstraps and just know that you can do it.
And I love that, Chelsea, because we've talked a lot about work with the people who want to work with you, right? Mm-hmm. I know in 2017, you guys, I did a lot of chasing and tried to get people to, really work their business, and they just were never into it, right? And if they're not going to be into it, just let them go. Like, I did a lot of that, and, I'm not doing it anymore. And I've changed a little bit this month, just going through my own, family and life situations. And you know what? I'm excited about it, working with the people who really need me and want me. And you know what? And we've had people, so say you've had diamond leaders and they've fallen off the map. There's people underneath them, right? Chelsea and I know this, it happens, right? There's people that fall off. It doesn't mean that they're gone forever. I still stay connected with people if they want to stay connected, but people are going through things, right? And everybody handles things differently. The Secret, ask Matt.
Look it up on Netflix. It's really awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's something you should honestly watch every day if you can. If you watch even 10 minutes or 20 minutes or listen to something every single day, you guys, it helps a lot. I know I try and do it every single day. It's a big part of my day. It helps me whenever I'm going through things, because I think everybody's going through stuff. I had a really tough year, and I threw myself into my business,
I think everyone had a tough year. I think 2017 was rough on almost every single person I know. Everybody has their own battles. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, we all are just thankful that 2018 is right around the corner. Yeah. And we only have a few days left to enjoy the rest of this 2017 business. But 2016 was interesting too, though. Don't get me wrong. Everything, we had some big elections and things like that in 2016. I think 2018 is the year that everything is, I just think the universe is ready for us. I think that we're ready for the universe. And, I think that you decide what 2018 is going to look like for you. It's a blank slate right now. It is absolutely has nothing on it. So, it's a perfect time to get your vision board out, watch The Secret, get together with a couple of friends, maybe some people from your team, maybe your upline, maybe some people from your downline, and work on your visions together, because the world is ours, is 100% ours. And like Chelsea said, you can't be fired from this. The only person that can fire you or lay you off is yourself. Mm-hmm. And so are you going to do that to yourself though? Are you going to sabotage yourself, or are you going to succeed? And it all comes down to that. And I love what Stephanie Ash said. If you guys aren't reading the comments, it's a really great one there. And maybe I should read it so I don't hack it, but just because somebody else is successful doesn't mean that you're not going to be. It's not a comparison thing. That just gives you, they should give you more inspiration. I know for me, when I was, the first year in my business, I had a gal that had started a few months before me, and she was always a step ahead of me, and nothing pushed me harder than watching her have these beautiful checks. And I was like, I'm going to do what you're doing. And I just did it. That drove me, someone else's success lit my fire, and it just takes one candle to light 1,000 other candles. You just don't know how many people you can help in this business, or 1,000,000 other candles for that matter. It's unlimited. Like what Chelsea's saying, there's nowhere to go except for up. Everything is at our fingertips. And so it's just really exciting time right now. Our company has put everything together for us to be successful. It comes down to how we choose to develop ourselves, and what we spend our time on. We need to listen to personal development. Every single one of us does. If you tell me you don't have time for personal development, then I'm going to tell you don't have time to be successful, because nobody gets to the top without doing the personal development. We all struggle. All of us do. Depending on what you decide to do with that struggle, whether you turn it into your stride and you keep going, or you turn that into self-pity and sit around feeling sorry for yourself. Yeah. It comes down to choices, and success is a choice, and it leaves clues. And so, you got to sometimes just make that decision that you're going to put on Denise's training and listen to it. Maybe if you're not feeling good and you're going to listen to it anyways. I'll tell you guys right now, I started listening to it. Tanis told me to listen to it the other day.
Oh, good.
I started listening to it yesterday. It was pure brilliance. I got distracted. I'm so grateful that I was reminded to listen to the rest of it because it's still open on my computer. And as soon as we get off this Zoom, that's what I'm listening to next. I'm going to mute myself
It
now.
was so good. Like, and you know what, I love that, Jackie. And you know, another thing, like I'll have to say, because I'm so forgetful, you guys, I actually heard if you're forgetful, it means you're brilliant. So, okay, I'll take it. I saw this article. I was like, oh my God, perfect. Because I'm like the worst memory. Oh my God. But you know, the biggest thing, I say this all the time, if something isn't working, stop doing it, right? If you keep doing the same thing over and over again with no results, stop doing it, right? Like, I know what got me to diamond and double diamond and, you know, my ranks and stuff. And it was by staying super consistent. It was by doing parties, one-on-ones. You know, I don't do that many vendor events anymore, but I help girls on my team, you know, like with them, like, you know, like just getting ready for them and everything. But honestly, I recommend every single one of you guys on here tonight, talk to 5 people in the next few days, okay? Tell them that you want them on your team. You know, get a party set up first thing next week, whether it's online, in person, or maybe you have a couple girlfriends that can get together, okay? Ask for referrals. Ask people. Like, I ask for referrals all the time. I send out samples and goodies and wraps and do contest winners every single week, you know? So I do that every single week because honestly, it always keeps people excited. If they get greens or keto coffee and, you know, any of those things in the mail, you know, set your auto ship up for things that you can send samples out to people. I don't know about you, but like, I know a lot of you girls do that, and I always get customers and distributors out of that. And, you know, you're investing into your business, right? You know, I always run an auto ship. I don't need to, but I've just always done it, right? I just always order something every month. Because Jackie and Steph always told me how important that was, right? Because if you're not setting up your auto ship, your business isn't important to you, right? If it's not costing you to work your business, and I know a lot of us can't maybe afford things, but, you know, I know for me, I couldn't afford things, but that forced me to wrap people every month. That forced me to do parties. That forced me to get myself out there. Because I know my first 6 months to a year, I hustled so hard, and it got me to eventually where I am. Like, that whole year basically planted everything for me. And I wasn't making tons of money in my first year, right? So think about that. Think about what you want. Like, do you want to get to ambassador or double diamond or whatever your goals are? Like, think about what you need to do to put in your business. Because I feel like so many people, you know, put up a couple posts on Facebook and they're like, oh, I'm not double diamond yet. And I'm like, okay, well, what are you doing to work your business, right? So it's super, super important to, you know, stay consistent, take action, and remember what your goals are, you know, like what your why is, right? I know we talk a lot about what our whys are, you know. That was really big what Jackie and Steph always talked to me about. You know, it's super important. If you have a strong why, if your why doesn't make you cry, right? You need to get a bigger why if your goal is to, you know, become a big top leader or whatever your goal is. But I think that's super important because I think a lot of us forget and we just go month, everything. You know I had lots of distractions since the summer with my dad getting sick, but I always showed up. I was always on my team page. I was always consistent on Facebook because I knew my team was watching me. It wasn't fair for me to say, oh, you know, you should be doing this if I wasn't still doing it myself, right? So, and everybody's different. I mean, I know a lot of people do different things when they have stuff going on. So I'm just saying for me, you know, and if you have people on your team that aren't working, I've had people who have fallen off, just focus on new runners. I would much rather have a new rock star join me tomorrow than try and force Sally to get going again if she doesn't care, right? I know, Chelsea, we talk about this.
It's that old saying, right? It's easier to give birth than it is to raise the dead.
Yeah, and Pam said that. And I was on Pam's Zoom like 2 weeks ago, and it was so good because, you know, Pam, she's so like tough love, right? And I was like, God, she's good, right? Like, but you don't get, and then we had a Zoom with Mike a few weeks ago or a month, I don't remember when that was, early December. And it's like, every single person that is successful has the same mentality, right? Like, I mean, yeah, we all have different personalities and different backgrounds and everything, but it's the people who don't give up and they just keep going. Like, I really liked Mike's story. I had no idea anything about him. But it's just cool that anybody can do this and become successful, right? It really doesn't matter what you do or what your age is or, you know, what your story is, right? But you have to share with people what this is all about, you know? But did anyone have any questions about anything? I know Tara raised her hand. I never understand that when people raise their hand on here. Tara, did you want to talk? I feel like I'm the teacher and they're raising their hand. I don't know where she went. Tara?
You guys can also post your questions in the chat as well, too. I know we're going to, Tanis, we're at 45 minutes now. So
yeah, we're at 45 minutes. And we just wanted to kind of go briefly over the WTF because I know myself on all our team pages, we have all the information. And honestly, for me, I think I help people too much and it doesn't help them. So I really recommend that you do your homework on this, you guys. You don't need to have Chelsea, Jackie, and I like, well, not you guys, because you guys are all great, but I'm just saying in general, like, if it's important to you to learn all about this, get on your eSuite, your app. All the information's there. We have so many team chats and pages, and everybody's always like updating something. So it's, you know, it's pretty, you know what? I need all the help I can get. No, Nikki, you're great. But you know what? It's so easy to just ask questions, right? But do look into it and figure it out yourself, you guys. That's what leaders do, you know? It's so easy to ask questions. It's so easy, you know, but put in your homework and figure it out so you can share it with people, right? It's easy. Like sometimes I'll have people messaging me about like the silliest things. I just don't even reply because I just, is it that said that?
I think Nikki's kidding, but at the same time,
I love you, Nikki.
Because we all feel like that. Like we all feel like we don't. I'm not tech savvy. I don't know how to use Facebook.
I know.
Instagram is. We've all been there. You know what I mean? Like we all start at distributor. We all start at like, you know, it's our first on Facebook kind of thing or Instagram or whatever it is. It's hard. Everybody struggles through it. I'm really grateful that I can ask my husband because he has way more patience than I do with technology. But like, I'm not a fan of technology either. Like, I think that sometimes when people are not good at it, they think that everybody else is fabulous at it and that it's just them. We all have a hard time with it. The only difference is that some people spend more time working their way through it and like, you know, figuring it out. Because I remember like at first time on Instagram, I didn't make any sense, but I realized I was overthinking it. So sometimes we overthink things, you know, things can probably be a little bit easier than we expect them to be. And you know, so I wanted to put that out there. But the truth of the matter is that if you're going to be successful in anything that's independent, no matter what you do, whether you work from home, it doesn't matter what kind of business you have, it doesn't matter. You need to be the person who's looking for the information. You need to go into your eSuite. You need to play around with your website. You need to go into your team page and like read through the files, you know, and as you start to develop yourself as you know, understanding once you get your feet on the ground and then you start sharing that information with other people, because you got to remember that whatever you struggle through, someone else is struggling through at the moment. And now they think you're the professional. And so, you know, always be learning and then you be learning and then leading and learning and leading. That's all we do. We all just like, we may have got a heads up about this whole program that has been launched, but we're still as confused as everybody else.
Well, even Tammy and Kinsey were confused today.
They totally are. But, you know, we all put a smile on our faces and we step forward. That's what leaders do, you know, like even going on the call, it's like, oh, I'm not really 100% sure about how this whole thing is going to work, but you do it anyways. That's what leaders do.
And do what works for you. We're all different colors. But one thing I will say, you want to have a little bit of red in you if you want to be super successful, okay, you guys? You have to have that drive that you want to make it happen, okay? I know for me, I'm very, I don't know, red, yellow, a little bit of blue, green. I have a little bit of everything. I don't know what I am anymore. I'm a rainbow. But I did always have that red in me from day one that I had to make it happen. And I'm super, super grateful for Jackie and Steph because they really, you know, got me fired up in the beginning, you know, and I would have figured it out, right? There's lots of people that you hear, a lot of top people that come into this business and they have no like support or whatever, but people figure it out, right? Like they, you know, they go figure it out, right? But
you know what? The only support you need is your own self-support. You know, that's another thing. I love that you brought that up because like, Most people don't have support. Support's kind of an illusion, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. And sometimes support can be smothering. Sometimes people can over support you, and you know what I mean, in a way that they just, like they can worry too much about what you got going on and be too judgmental about it. Sometimes you just need to make your own waves. You don't need to worry about what anyone else is doing, no matter what, and you just need to figure out what you want to create and go create it. You don't need to worry about what your parents think. You don't need to worry about what anyone else thinks. You just need to decide how you want your life to look and then get to work and make it happen. That's really all it is. It's that simple. Because if you're waiting for somebody to come and hold your hand, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It never has. No one held Denise's hand. No one held my hand. I chased my upline around everywhere she went. I needed to find out everything. I chased her around with a booklet, and I basically begged her to be able to invite my team members with me so that I could learn together, because I had no clue what I was doing and I was terrified. So if you can relate to that, you just have to find that place inside of yourself that you realize what you want to create for you, for your family, and for, your community, because women just have a tendency to change everything around them. So be the change you want to see in your team and, in your community and in your family and everything, because you can do it. You can do anything you decide you want to do. You have that power within inside of you. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Women are the most powerful creatures on the entire planet. We just need to find our power. And we know our power now. We're all sitting here talking about it because we know what we're worth. And so you just need to put that pen to paper and decide what it is you want, and you can make magic happen for your own life and for the people around you.
And Jackie, you always say your words are so powerful. Like, I'll be talking to Jackie one day and I'll say something and she'll be like, well, don't say that. And I'm like, okay. Like, I'll have a bad day or something and she'll be like, don't say that. And I'll be like, okay, sorry, Mom. Like, but it's true though. It's true. Like, if you say, oh, I suck, this sucks, everything sucks, well, your life's going to suck. Right? And I mean, I know, like, we all have, situations like this, but your words are so, watch your words. Your words are so powerful, If you say, I want to be double diamond by the spring, or I'm going to do this, I am an amazing person, I am worthy, my family deserves this, I need this, I'm going to work my ass off to get it. Like, you guys, double diamond is life-changing. Like, it totally changed my family's life. And a lot of you guys know my husband wasn't super supportive in the business. He just didn't get it. But, when he got really supportive once, I hit my first 5-figure check, and he was like, oh, okay. Then he realized all that I was doing, right? Like, I was always on Zooms and call, and you don't have to get on everything. You don't need to be on everything. Like, find out what works for you, but it's just good to plug in, right? If you stay close to the fire, you're going to always stay fired up. You're going to always stay motivated and excited, because it's easy to get, not excited or motivated if you're not working your business. Okay. Like, I see it all the time, right? Like, it happens, right? It all happens to all of us. We're all, we're all human. So if anyone has any other questions real quick, we want to keep this around now. But we just wanted to, like, get everyone excited for the new year. I know, okay, bye, Jen. It's just super exciting this time of year, you guys. Like, January to, like, May, June, I mean, I honestly think the slowest time is now, right? Like, November, December was kind of weird, but people can't afford things. But now going into the new year, it's like, it can be totally life-changing for your business. Like, totally. But it all depends on you and what you're putting in, okay? Chelsea, Jack, do you have anything to say? Anyone else? And then we'll go.
Just wanted to add a quick tip. So the thing is with being an entrepreneur, like, there's nobody breathing down your neck, right? Like at a 9 to 5, which is awesome because you're in control of your time. But with that, you can also lose track of time, right? So make sure that, you're not just doing busy work and then not actually working within your own business by, like, talking to people and doing follow-ups and things like that. So I know you guys have probably heard of the 6 list before. Rachel Jones has talked about it. If you watched, the Zoom that she did, which was great, it's been on Black Diamonds in Training. It's not something new, but it's something that's helped me because I was definitely the person, like, I can lose track of time quickly. So a 6 list can just vary depending on who you are, what you have going on during the day. So for me, working out, especially with this new app now, like, something that I am going to implement in is talking about the workout that I'm doing every day within that app. Okay. So within your Office app, you can even talk about that. Like, they're quick workouts. They're going to kick your butt because they're going to be high intensity. So that's going to be really good for getting us all in shape. Talk about that. Okay. Make that a part of, like, your 6 list, things to do. Put it in your phone. Put it in your calendar and have an alarm go off. I got to get this done. You have to do it. You can go in. Another one can be 30 minutes of self-development, 15 minutes, whatever fits into your day, guys. So make sure you're doing that. Do 10 messages a day, 20 messages a day, talking to new people, do like 10 to 20 follow-ups. This all goes into your 6 list and just getting things done. So income producing activities. And then another one could be you going through a page of your friends list on Facebook and even Instagram and asking those people to host a post or telling them about, the new campaign. So just keep those in mind, guys. And I've been putting those in my phone just to make sure I get them done during the day. If you're going to have a busy day, this is something you can knock out quickly before, right? And then you're good. And that you did income producing activities and you did something every single day that benefited your business and took it to a whole nother level. But it doesn't have to take all day. So it's kind of the beauty of it.
Yeah, I love that. Like little power hours. I know Chelsea does them. I do them because otherwise I'll be sitting around on my phone like all day. Like my head will go off in la la land, right? So, but if I really plan it out and know what I need to get done for that day, not every day I'm like super organized like that, but if I know what I need to get done and we all have, I know a lot of us are busy, have other jobs or kids or school or whatever, right? But even if you're putting a little bit of time every single day into your business and you're talking to people, talking to new people every single day, like that's super important. I know that's how I really got to Double Diamond and, like Triple and, just keep going. And going back to like what Sunny said and a couple other people, I know a lot of people are going through hard times. And the beauty of what we have here is some of my closest friends have come from this business that I never knew before. Like I never knew Steph and Jackie. And I'm so grateful I signed up with the person that I did, and so many other of you guys. I never knew any of you. I knew Chelsea from like 11 years ago, but like, it's crazy. Like, and I knew Robin like from a long time ago and like, it's crazy. And Joanna and people who came back into my life because of this business. So think about people you want in your life and in your business. Ask them and tell them you want them on your team. Be super bold with people. If you kind of like, sugarcoat and if you kind of like, you're quiet, you're not consistent, you're not excited, you're not really talking about it ever, well, no one's going to join your team. I hate to be blunt, but no one will join your team, right? And I see it over and over again with people on my team, and I know why they're not succeeding, but they don't have to listen to me if they don't want to. I'm no one's boss, but plug in, get on Zooms, get on, like the team pages. We have team chats, we have everything. Like we have everything. Corporate has everything that we need to be successful. It's up to us to put into action and implement what we need to do every single day, right? It's not rocket science, but it's like what Chelsea said. You have to make sure that you're doing it because no one's going to tell you have to do it, right? So I really like tonight, you guys. I think we all need a good powwow and just excitement. And I appreciate you guys all showing up tonight. So I really recommend, getting in touch with like 5 people. He's messaging me. See, I have 2 people messaging me already. Like people are watching you. What?
I wanted to just one thing about support. We were talking. There's a little bit of a conversation about support in the page. One of the best things you can do if you are feeling like you need a little bit extra support is support someone else. And I know that sounds crazy and stuff like that, but no matter where you are, once you have a little bit of experience and you start helping other people, you start to realize how much power you actually have. You start to realize how capable you are in different things like that. Like you know what I mean? Like sometimes when you are helping others, you forget about yourself sometimes, and you realize, that there's just something magical that happens in that space. Like, I don't know if I'm saying it properly, but like, sometimes when we feel like we need something ourselves, when we give that to other people, we're getting it. Like, it's kind of our big reward for helping, you know what I mean? And so, try to look at it that way and stuff like that. But I mean, the support, like Tanis just listed all of the support on the planet. Like, we have everything. The only thing we don't have is somebody coming in and holding our hand and like, booking parties for us and filling our calendar up for us and doing that. That's never going to happen. But when it comes to support, it's always there. It's always free. You get it as far up. You can go all the way up to Denise and even higher up to head office. We're all here supporting each other. Like, we all already are doing that for each other. But if you're needing more than that, then you know what I mean? Like, try giving it out and you might find that you get it back. Like, it just has a way of doing that. Like, that's just kind of how things work. So
and being involved in your team page and in your chats and in your groups, like that'll build you up, that'll help people, that'll, delegate leadership. And, I know I'm super excited we did it in December and we're doing it in January. And every single day I have a different leader being in charge of the team page. And then, Chelsea and I are always, adding on there as well. But, it's for people being able to step up in their leadership role. And it's for, it's going to help them. It's going to help their team. And it's going to help other people. Because I think people are just scared, right? People, aren't there yet. They're learning. We're all learning, right? So thank you guys all for coming on tonight. I will upload this. And I think it was just fun. It was a fun get-together. Next time we'll bring wine.
I love that. Okay, so you guys, if you have questions, let us know what they are. If something's not working properly, write a ticket. Like writing tickets, like taking charge of your business, writing ticket to head office so they know what's going on is very important. They want your feedback. They need it. It's important, especially this time of year when things are new. You guys all can connect with your sponsors if you have more questions. And in the next few days, we're going to have so many more answers from head office and everywhere. And if you learn something or something worked for you, share it in your team page. Be the leader. Step up and be that leader, because really that's all it takes. You just got to
don't wait for others. Yeah,
don't wait for anyone else. And if you find yourself complaining because things are not available in your team page, then just put them in your team page. The time you spend complaining about it, you could be, being proactive about it. And so, anyways, thank you so much for having us all together, Tanis and Chelsea.
Oh, that was fun.
Thank you, guys.
That was fun. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. And I also want to let you guys know that we have more products, more countries coming so soon. So that's all I know. And it's going to be exciting. I'm ready for 2018, you guys. I'm so ready for Monday. I'm going to have a big party on Monday by myself. I think we all need 2018. I think we all need it.
It's a full moon on the beginning of the year.
We all need it. We all had crap happen this year, right? It was one of those years. And 2018, you can be whatever you want to be. You can be a freaking ambassador diamond in 5 months. We've seen it happen. People who went from distributor to ambassador. I don't know how they did that, but good for them. Let's all do that. Thanks, guys. Love you. Have a good